Hi guys, hope you are doing great and welcome again to another video. So today's video guys, I'm gonna show you how you can of course customize your website, but before that we need of course to select one of the Shopify themes and of course later on to customize it. Okay, so let's get started. So once you are here guys in your dashboard, of course you need to scroll down a little bit and click on online store. Okay, then of course click on themes, and I'm sure that you will be here. As you see, our current theme is debut. Okay, this is our current theme that we have by default by Shopify of course. And if we scroll down a little bit, we're gonna find here free themes and Shopify theme store. I don't recommend to go to free themes directly, but I personally recommend to visit theme store. Okay, because here where you can see paid themes and free themes, and you can filter till you find the theme that you need or that you like for your store, for example. Okay, so the only thing that you have to do of course is to click on visit theme store, and of course you will be around here. Okay, you will be around of course Shopify themes. As you see here, this is I think this is a trending theme here, as you see, under the name of flow. And if you scroll down, of course you're gonna find all the themes here. As you see, trending this week, I mean themes that are trending this week. There are free of course themes and paid themes as well, and there are minimalist style. This is good for people who just want to make their store much more minimal and with just few products. And this one as well, fun and lively. As you see, there are paid and free themes as well, and you can browse by industry. You can click on one of this, like if you click for example on art and photography, you will find themes that are in this niche. Okay, and if you scroll down a little bit, as you see, great for small inventories. This is for sure for small inventories. So if you are a beginner to Shopify or this business, great or small inventories is very cool for you. Okay, and for large inventories, of course, if you are professional and you know what to do, so large inventories is very important to take into consideration. Okay, and here are of course other themes, back beautiful imagery, as you see, and this of course video and 3D for products. One page, as you see here, there is one page on the home page. Here it is as well. So this is themes for food and drink, as you see. Okay, that's all about themes guys. And of course I want to say to you something very important. Okay, so if you have money of course, and if you have the capital, I mean the enough capital, so it is very good for you to buy a certain paid theme so as to make your store very professional. Okay, but if you don't have much more money, so you can just start with free theme. It's okay with that. So let's see for example this free theme. Let's have a look at it together. Okay, this is of course the theme, and they have of course two options here. As you see, this is the first option, which is classic, and this is playful. As you see, it looks quite very cool. And if you check, for example, if you want to check the demo, you just need to click on view demo. Okay, here it is. It looks really very beautiful. Of course, if you want to use this theme guys, you're gonna change all this stuff later on. As you see here, this is the menu. Okay, this is the logo of course, and if you scroll down, this is featured collection. As you remember last time once we created some collections, because it is very important to create collections before you set up your theme of course, and because you're gonna import product to a certain collection. So it's very important, as I have mentioned before in the last video, to, of course, to add collection, okay? And if you scroll down, there are many stuff here. There is this subscribe to our newsletter section. So of course you can delete this one, but if you need it, you can keep it here. So there are a lot of things that this is blogs about, for example, about your store, but I don't recommend having blogs on your store. And this is the footer menu, as you see. Okay, so let's go back to our themes. Okay, so and once you are here, guys, so as of course to find a good theme that we need to add, you just need to click on all themes here, so as to filter the free themes, and then you need to scroll down a little bit as you see here, and click on free ones if you need, of course, only free theme to use. Okay, so here are the free themes, all the free themes that you can see. Okay, let's check this one, the venture. I think it will be very professional and it will be great. Okay, here it is, guys. What makes this theme very great is this: it has 3 styles. Okay, this one outdoors, as you see. Okay, and boxing, okay, which is very important. I find this one very awesome, and we can use it, guys, to customize it. Okay, so once you find the theme that you like, the only thing that you have to do, guys, is of course is to add theme. Okay, guys, if this is the first time to hear about theme, it's like a layout that helps, of course, beautify your store and organize everything for you. Okay, so you don't, of course, if you find it very hard to code, and if you are not good at programming or something like that, so you can use Shopify themes, and that's it. Okay, so here we are, guys. Only thing that we have to do, of course, is to scroll down a little bit, and as you see, this is the of course the theme that just we have added. As you see, not customized yet, just added. So if you want to use, for example, this theme, the only thing that you have to do is to click on this actions, and then click on publish it. Okay, and of course here it is, and then you need to click on publish. Okay, guys, this is our current theme. So the only thing that we have to do if we want to customize it, of course, is to click on customize. Okay, guys, as you see, this is our, of course, our theme that we have added, of course, and in your left here we can find everything that will help us, of course, to customize it. Okay, so the first thing that we have to start with, of course, is a header. Of course, header, guys, before this header, this is what they call header. Okay, the menu, so we can find in our header the logo, of course, this icon search, icon card, for example, home, catalog. Okay, so this is our header. Okay, and if we want to change, of course, our logo, for example, as we see here, of course, you just need to click on header here, where you can, of course, add your logo. So let's add it, because I have already one logo that I need to add to my menu here. Okay, so let's add it. Okay, here it is, guys. Okay, and then click on select. Okay, as you see, this is our logo that we have, of course, added to our menu here. So here where you can customize your logo, I mean its width, its size, for example, as you see here, there are here 4015. So let's make it, for example, 400. Okay, as you see, and of course, if you scroll down a little bit here where you can find, of course, show announcements, it looks like a bar that you see here, and of course you sometimes you need to write something on it so as to attract people's or your customers. Okay, so let's say that we want to write, for example, here on our show announcements, free shipping for all sales, for example. Okay, as you see here, where you can of course add your show announcement, because it plays very important. And of course that's all about the header, guys. Here where you can, as I said, add your logo, show announcement, and there is something else that you need to know when you want to edit, for example, your menu like home and catalog. Okay, let's say that we want to change something here, so the only thing that we have to do is to click on edit menu, and of course we will get back to our Shopify navigation, because when it comes to navigation, of course, here where you can of course manage your menu. So as you see, guys, this is our main menu. So as to make it very clear for you, this menu here, as you see, we call it main menu. Okay, so you can change, of course, if you want to change your menu, you can type it down whatever you want here. And of course about home, as you see here, this is home. If you want to change it here, you can change it. And if you see, if we click, whenever we click, for example, on home, it will take us directly to our home page. Okay, as you see, it take us directly to our home page. So let's say that we want to change this. For example, if we want to click on home, and then it will take us to another page. So the only thing that we have to do, guys, is to click of course on home and then edit. And here you can change home, you can change it to something else if you want. And here where you can of course add where this home takes to you, for example. Okay, so let's say that we want people, once they click on, for example, on home, to go directly to our collections. Okay, so let's apply it just to give you an example, and then you don't have to forget of course to save menu. Okay, guys, so let's click now on home, so as to see that it will take us to our product, or to our collection, sorry, or not. Okay, so if we click on home, it will take us to our collections that we have created, if you remember last time. Okay, here they are. Okay, so let's change of course this to its place. Okay, let's go to home again, and of course let's click on home page. So when you click on home, it will take you directly to home page. Okay, and if you want to change catalog, for example, is the same thing. So I hope that you get an idea about this. It seems to be very easy. You just need to practice what I am doing here, guys, and I believe that you will do it. Okay, so that's all, guys, about the header. So let's scroll down to the second section, which is of course slideshow. This is the slideshow. If you see it, we have here two slideshows. Of course, if you click here, you will move to the second slideshow, and if you move back, you will of course be back to the first slideshow. Okay, so if you want to change of course the slideshow, if you want to hide it, you just need to click on this one, and it will be hidden. Of course, it will be private. If you want of course to be on your dashboard or on your store, of course you just need to leave it as it is like this. But if you want to delete them, or if you want to change or edit your slideshow, the only thing you have to do is to click on it like this. Okay, as you see here, we have two slideshows. Okay, if we want to add a slideshow, for example, you just need to click on add a slide. Okay, here it is, and we will get back. So as you see here, we have three slideshows. So let's add one slideshow. For example, let's add a picture about our slideshow. Okay, here it is. I have already downloaded before, so as of course to save some time, guys, and then click on select. So here of course our slideshow our slideshow picture, guys, it looks very amazing. Okay, and of course if you want to change your image position, here where you can do it, you just need to scroll down a little bit and click here where you can of course change your image position. Let's say that when we wanna it at the top left, for example. Okay, as you see, here it is. If we want it on top right, for example, here where you can do it. As you see, it has changed it. And of course in the bottom left, okay, as you see, but I prefer for you guys to just leave it on the top center, or okay, as you see, it looks very good, or on top left. Okay, as you see, it looks now very awesome. So about the slide, for example, here where you can of course change your, for example, your slide, of course. For example, here where you can add music, for example, you can add whatever you want here. Okay, and that's all about this, guys. Okay, guys, so let's of course add our second slideshow picture. Okay, I have already before, so I will have it from my laptop, of course. Okay, here it is. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, here it is, guys. Okay, so let's add it to our slideshow, of course, and save it. Okay, that is it. Here it is, guys. As you see, we have now two slideshow pictures here. This is the first one, and this is the second one. For of course the third one, you can, guys, of course, later on add whatever or how many slideshow that you want, of course, to be here around here. Okay, for example, if you want, for example, you of course to change your slide height, for example, here where you can add it. And of course, if you scroll down a little bit here where you can see, of course, for how long, of course, this slide should appear, for example, to your customer, or on your store, for example. So you can, of course, slideshows can appear from 3 seconds to 3 seconds, or from 5 seconds to 5 seconds, of course, or to 9 seconds. So it depends on you, but I prefer, guys, if you make it just 3 seconds. So of course your slideshows will just appear, of course, each 3 seconds. I mean, they will change themselves each 3 seconds. Okay, that's perfect. So that's all about slideshows, guys. And as you see, now we have done with, of course, with the header. Okay, as you see, here it is. We have added our logo. And about slideshow, we have added 2 slideshows, if you remember. Okay, and now we have to go to collections list. So guys, I need you to make much more attention here, okay, because collection is very important. Okay, so as you see here, we have, of course, here 3 collections. Okay, so we need, of course, to add our collections that we have created before. If you remember, we have created, of course, collections in last time. So let's go, for example, to products, and of course let's go to collections. And as you see here, I have of course created last time this collection under the name of electric guitars, but I have created others so as to save much more time, guys. Okay, so once you are here, of course, on your collection list, so let's say that we have to add our collections to this, of course, to these collections here on the new team, of course. So the only thing that you have to do is to click on collection, the first collection, and of course add our collection. Okay, you can type here if you have already created, of course, your collection. As you see, the collections that I have created, so you can, of course, select whatever you want. So let's, for example, select this one, and of course you need to select it. Here it is. And of course let's go back to the second collection to add the collection, of course, image. Here it is. And let's go to the third one, guys. Okay, here it is as well. Okay, it's about guitar bass. Okay, here are the, guys, as you see, we have now 3 collections. Okay, so if you want, of course, to add more collection, you just need to click on add collection. But if you need to delete one of them, you can just click on this one or click on this. Okay, or you just need to hide them. Okay, let's get back. So here we are now. We have done, of course, with the header slideshow collection list. It's quite very easy, guys. So now we have of course to go to front page. If you want to add front page, you just need, of course, to click on it like this, and of course click on change, and of course then you need to select one of your collections, which is this one, okay, which is electric guitars. So here it is, guys, as you see, because I have already created some, of course added some product to this collection, which is electric guitars. That's why I have now the collection here, and of course it's products, okay, which is very amazing. So okay, before we go to this section, I want to show for you something. If you want to, of course, add rows here, for example, you can, of course, use just only one row, as you see here, or you can add 2 rows, okay, or 3 rows, as you see. So guys, if you wanna edit your collection here, where you can do that. If you wanna, of course, delete this this collection, you can remove section from here or hide it, okay, it depends, you are free to do that. So let's go now, guys, to image with text, okay, the first section, which is image with text. So here where you can, of course, if you want to add a certain picture, you can add it here. For example, you can add, of course, or customize this text. So imagine, let's say that, or assume that you want to add a picture here. So the only thing that you have to do is to click on it like this, and of course click on image, and of course you can upload whatever, of course, picture that you find very beautiful, and it can appear on your store. Very cool. Okay, let's add this one. Okay, here it is, guys. So let's select it, of course, and then we have to save it. Okay, so here where you can, of course, as you see, this is our picture. So let's go back to image with text. If you want to change this text, for example, let's say that you want to write something here. For example, let's say that you wanna, of course, write about us. Okay, here it is. So let's say that you want to add some text, for example, for your about us. You can, as you know that our store now is about electric or about guitars. Okay, so this store is about guitars. Okay, this is just only an example, guys, but later on you need to make sure what you write here, of course. Okay, and if you want to change, of course, or to align this text, for example, you have to come here to text alignment. Okay, and you can make it in the center, or you can make it in the right, as you see, or in your left. Okay, so I prefer center. So that's all, guys, about, of course, about this section. It's quite very cool. And of course, if you are not interested in this, you can, of course, delete it, or you can add any section that you find or that you want to add. For example, if you want to add a certain section, the only thing that you have to do is to click on add section. Okay, and of course you will be able to add whatever section that you want: custom HTML, for example, blog post, featured collection or collection list, gallery, for example, another slideshow, featured product, newsletter, for example. There are a lot of things there, a video, for example. There are a lot of things that you can add, of course, so as to customize, of course, your store. Okay, so that's all, guys, about this section. So let's go to the last section, which is about, of course, footer. Okay, so guys, if this is the first time to hear about footer or footer menu, here, as you see in the bottom here where you can find everything about your footer. Okay, so if we click for example on footer menu, of course you will be able to change the footer. If you want to change the footer menu, if you want to change the icon search for example, or for LOAS, the only thing that you have to do is to click on edit menu, and of course Shopify will take us directly to navigation. Okay, so as you see guys, here we are on our of course navigation, as I have told you. So if you want to change of course your footer menu, you just need to click on it like this. Okay, and here where you can change, if you want to change this footer menu, you can add whatever you want. For example, if you want to change this one, okay, you can of course change it from here. And if you want of course to add some items, you can of course add them here, like this one, like this icon, search icon, so people can search on your store. You can add whatever item I mean that you need. So that's all about this guys. So of course you can change whatever you want here from footer menu. Okay, so let's go back again and let's show you another thing here which is very cool. If you want to change for example this followers, okay, the followers as you see here, if you want to change it, you can type whatever you want here, like home for example, but let's leave it as it is. Okay, followers, and of course you can make it in the center. For example, you can align it, okay, the right and left. Okay, so that's all about this. If you want to add of course another section to the footer menu here, you can do it. Okay, so guys, that's all about this. I hope that of course you get an idea how of course you change everything about your team and how you can adjust whatever you want. So this is how our team looks like, as you see. Of course, if we go directly to our main page to see our store, so let's go. As you see, this is our team and this is our store that we have created. Of course, this is the logo, this is the menu of course, and this is the bar that I have told you to show announcements. Okay, and this is the picture that I have added, and of course this is the collections, and this is another collection, and this is the page that I have told you about before, the footer menu. Okay, as you see, the store now looks much more better, but of course it needs much more work, so as it looks of course much more professional and attractive. But as you know guys, this is only a tutorial or an example, and what matters in this tutorial is of course to help you guys to do all this stuff of course yourself, and this is the goal or my goal. Okay, so of course guys, you are free to change whatever you want inside your team, so as it looks much more perfect and professional. Okay, so that's all about this video guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and of course you have benefit some good stuff as well. So see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.